Yemi Alade. It's a species, baby.
Hi guys, welcome back to the ZEZE MILLZ show. I'm ZEZE MILLZ and today we have a superstar in the building, and I am going to say, I'm going to pronounce the, I need to make sure I get, because I feel like, anyway, she's going to correct me if I'm wrong. So today in the building we have Yemi Alade. Did I say it right? No, see, look, she's laughing at me already. Did I say it right? Why are you laughing at me, Yemi?
Sorry, I can't help it.
I'm not.
Alade.
Alade.
Alade. So Alade.
Alade.
Yes.
Yemi Alade.
Yes. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
I like to try and get it right.
Yes.
Because you know I'm English girl, obviously, and then I'm Caribbean on top of that. So I want to make sure I get everybody's name right, because too often, do you know what I mean? People don't say the names correctly, but we'll be saying other people's names correctly, and they're just, you know. Anyway, thank you for coming here today. Thank you for sitting down with me. Do you think people perceive you in the right way? Like when you're a woman in this industry and you work hard and you do all the right things, do you feel like you get as much respect as maybe your male counterparts or your male your male equivalents in this industry?
It's a hard, big no.
Yeah.
No, there's I find that in the music industry, for some reason that I'm not aware of, because I've told myself what I'm going to do is rise above the plain victim, because
right.
sometimes it starts to feel like that's what we're doing, always saying, oh, the guys always get this and we don't, you know, but it's the fact.
Yeah.
There are unwritten laws, there are unwritten ways of conduct, there are unwritten challenges that seem to always come to life when it's a woman.
Right, yeah.
You don't want to tell her that she's doing so well. Why? Because she's female? Why?
Yeah.
But you're going to walk up to your fellow guy and tell him, oh, you're doing great, I love this. Okay, so there's a performance going on right now. You love her music, you know her music, but you're not going to stand up and dance?
Yeah.
Why? You don't know why, but something is holding you down. You're just sitting down there. But if it's a guy, you're up on your feet. Why?
Yeah.
We don't know. We're working against forces and things that are beyond the physical. And it's not me that's going to go and find what those things are. So what I'm going to do, what I've told myself, is that 24/7, every opportunity I get, I'm going to rise up, do my work, rinse, and do the same thing again. As far as I'm concerned, I do not want to ask for my roses. I will earn them and then I will take them. I'm not going to ask for them. And if you're not going to give me my roses, the person coming right after you is going to give my roses, because it's destiny. It's my destiny. I'm going to get what I'm going to get, whether you like it or you don't.
What song would you say changed your life?
Johnny definitely did that.
Yeah.
Johnny, it changed my life for real, for real.
Did you know that was going to happen?
Johnny was a song that was never officially released. It was a leaked song. It leaked onto the internet. Nobody on my team released that song.
Well, why not? They didn't think it...
We had just gone to record the song.
Right.
And 2 days after, it just found its way from the studio out into the open. Because at the time that I went to record Johnny, I was actually on a media tour promoting another song called Birthday Song.
Right, okay.
So that was just happening. Within 2 weeks of promoting this new song, and then I record the song in Enugu, which is the eastern part of Nigeria. And before I get to Lagos, actually I get to Lagos and the next day, my song is online.
So obviously the timing, the era is different. There was online stuff, but Instagram and all those type of things, TikTok, it wasn't like as strong as it is now.
No.
So tell me, it was leaked. Where did you find out? How did you find out that it was leaked?
It was just online. Like, okay, so someone on the team shared the link to my manager. I was like, this is what he said. Waiting happen. I don't release new song. And I'm like, so we were so tired and knackered, like exhausted from the media tour, because the media tour took us from city to city, different parts of Nigeria, from the east to the west to the north to the south. And we had just come back from such a from such an eventful trip. When we saw that message saying that Johnny had leaked, we just did like this. Went straight to sleep.
Was you obviously you got annoyed, but did you know that the song was dope? Obviously you knew that because you knew the song. Well, actually, sometimes you don't, because sometimes when I was talking...
Tell you the truth, I don't think we would have released that song if it didn't leak.
That's what I'm saying. So you didn't think it was good enough to release?
No, the thing is, we didn't even get the opportunity to ask ourselves if, like, I'll talk about myself now.
Right, yeah.
I didn't even get the opportunity to ask myself if it was a dope song. I didn't even get a second listen. I had just recorded the song.
Wow.
I hadn't even listened to it. Like, you know how artists, what we do when we record a song, over the next few days, we listen to it and just, allow it to simmer, and then we go back into the studio and add some ad-libs and things. Right. I never got that opportunity. We never exactly considered it to be the next single yet, because we had just released a new song and we were promoting a new song at that point in time. Yeah. But also, as a young artist in the industry with such a young career, I would say, because I told myself that I would do any and all genre of music until I find what was meant for me, I was on a journey musically. So I was into R&B at some point. I went into a bit of trap. Right, okay. I would play with every genre until I eventually found Johnny. Johnny was like my 10th release, my 10th single out there. And I was just, coasting, going on, jumping from genre to genre. But did I ever think that Johnny was good enough? I never got to answer that question. But in retrospect, when I look back, I feel like we probably would have missed that timing.
That do you not feel like that's really a crazy thing to think, that this song that changed the course of your life, that you maybe thought to yourself, or your team might have been like, nah, it's not it. Do you ever think, like, what would have, if that never happened, what would have happened?
I don't know, man.
It's almost like a weird scare for me. I'm going on like I'm you. Yeah. But for me, if something changed my life that much, and I was thinking, actually, I'm not too sure about it, that's such a feeling, a kind of interesting feeling to kind of sit with. And then ever since then, you've just been bam, 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 bam. So was you scared though when that song came out, like, okay, after this, am I going to still be able to do this again? Or
I actually learned from that experience. I just, life teaches you so much. I just realized that you can't know it all. And no matter how good a set of people, it's like nobody really knows a hit.
Right, okay.
You just know a good song. A hit will eventually happen when it happens.
Right, yeah.
And that was what I learned from that.
So talk to me a little bit about growing up, and how that was for you. I understand that your dad was a commissioner of the police. So how was that? Was it like a tough environment? Was it a strict environment? What was it like when you said, by the way, I want to do singing now, by the way? Like what was that like?
It was a tough environment for me growing up, because my dad was a very strict man.
Right.
And I keep saying this, but it's the fact. My dad never allowed me to attend any birthday parties, like no parties whatsoever. It was from school to the house,
right?
Straight up. And unfortunately, my school was just directly opposite the house.
Oh, so you couldn't even do the long way home. There was traffic. Sorry.
What traffic? No, but I really, really love my dad, because at the end of the day, every spare time I had, I spent it in school. But I was also big on the social activities in school. My deal with my parents was, as long as I came back home with good grades, I could go on and have as many social activities in school as I wanted. And so I was everywhere, from ballet to drama to singing to jet club, basketball, football, look.
Everything.
Everything. I was a part of everything. But also my mom and my dad, they're from two different cultures.
Right.
Two different cultures in Nigeria. My mom is Igbo and my dad is Yoruba. So growing up, I really enjoyed, both cultures coming together, which is a rare thing. From the food to the clothes, the language.
Right.
I was head deep in all of that. Even the music, because most Yorubas are into juju music, obviously, which is still Afrobeat, and most Igbos are into high life. So you see, these sounds at the end of the day manifest in my music.
And was it nice, like, having both of your parents in the house and having that environment? And because I didn't grow up with my mum and my dad, so I always like to, I grew up with my mum and my dad wasn't there.
Yeah.
But I always like to know what it's like to kind of, in that environment, have both parents. And it, like, was there one parent that you'd go for this advice? Or, was your mum a little bit more lenient than your dad? Like, how was that for you?
When my dad wasn't working, he was just on his own. He hardly had any friends over.
Right.
But my mom was the life of the party. She was the life of the party. She would bring friends, she would invite friends to the house, make my dad entertained by all means.
But they always say that, don't they? You should have like one quiet person in the relationship and then one like extrovert, and then you help balance each other out.
Yeah, they complemented each other nicely in that aspect, actually. And I think I sort of like, a side of me is very calm and quiet, and the other side of me is quite out there. I think like I'm the perfect balance of both of them.
Right.
The two worlds have obviously come together to make me. But yeah, growing up was fun at the end of the day.
That's good. I like to hear that, because I think sometimes we hear a lot of like, my life was hard stories, like my life was hard. And don't get me wrong, I know that a lot of people's life was hard, but I think it's nice to hear other experiences that people had, because I think there's always this kind of like negative kind of like narrative sometimes around us as people. Like you said, black people, we've had hard time, we've had a really hard time, but we've also had we've had good times as well, and we've had good upbringings, and we've had really nice environments. So I like when those narratives are pushed forward just as equal as the other narratives. So on my show, I love to talk about the love life, because I'm a single lady. Are you a single lady?
No.
You're not a single lady?
No, I'm not.
Okay, right. Are you going to say something like...
What?
Are you going to say something like you're married to music or something? Or like, is there an actual...
I'm in a relationship.
Nice. That makes me happy. Again, she'll tell you why, because I'm very single and a little bit lonely. So I live through other people now. Anyone that's got... I'm just like, well, that's nice. But is it hard though? To navigate being in a relationship, because you... And touring, because you were saying before we started filming, you're touring a lot. You don't get to go home. You said you've only been home for 3 weeks. Like, how is all of that?
It is tasking on the mind and the body, and on any relationship, to be sincere. But I found a way to make it work.
Because is he Nigerian?
If I told you, look, there are people online now. They have paper and pen like this, and they are ticking boxes. I'd rather tick none.
What I'm saying,
I'm in a relationship. The end.
I feel like Nigerian men are definitely like a special type of man to deal with.
Wow.
As in, not in a bad way.
Why?
I just feel like culturally as well, because I'm Caribbean. So I know, and because of what I do, being in the entertainment industry, and I seem to attract a lot of Nigerian men, but then we clash, because I'm quite, and they, from my experience, don't like the and they want me to kind of be a little bit more quieter, a little bit more subdued, a little bit not out there as much. So I was wondering if he was, how, like, being out there, how do you give me some tips on how to juggle it, so I can find myself a nice guy?
I think the right guy will take you exactly as you are.
Yeah, they always say that, but where is this right guy? Because my eggs are drying up.
Maybe he's not Nigerian, first of all.
No, I don't think the thing is, I really do like Nigerian men, but I just don't think we work together, unfortunately. Because I think that Jamaican women are very headstrong. Very, very headstrong.
Nigerian women are headstrong too, though.
Yeah, but I feel like Nigerian women are, I'm probably going to get dragged for this, but I think Nigerian women are better at knowing when to be that and knowing when not to be that, if that makes sense. Whereas like I would say Jamaican women, we are very headstrong, like all the time.
All the time?
Yeah, and I don't think we know all the time when to just be like, pum, do you know? And I think that's what, whenever I've dated Nigerian men, that's where the struggle comes. It's not they want you to be like, not say anything. It's just like, know when not to say something. And I don't know when not to say something.
But I think that would be an issue for any brother, man. I think that would be an issue for every brother. It's like you said the problem and you said the solution already. You know what to do. It's compromise, sis.
I know.
It's just compromise. It's just compromise. You say a little and you hold up. Let the person absorb that before you come back. You're giving Nikki lines.
So, okay, that's it. I've got to learn to compromise and be sometimes.
Sometimes.
Not all the time.
Just keep it. No, don't throw it away. Just
keep it in the back pocket.
And then bring it back.
Yes.
Yes.
You got to let it simmer.
Yeah, let it simmer. Let it sink in.
Yeah,
let
okay,
the notes
cool.
be, let the points be noted. Then bring the book.
Do you feel pressure? Because I think we're around the same age.
Yeah.
Do you feel pressure about like starting a family, all of these things? Because I know like me, people always love to bring up my age all the time.
How old are you?
I'm going to be 33 in July.
Yeah.
And because I'm obviously quite opinionated online, anytime I say anything and they don't agree with it, it's like, yeah, but where's your man? Where's your child? Like, that's what, that's what they say to me all the time. Why haven't you had kids yet? And it's like, well, first of all, like, why do we have to, you know, just because I'm at a certain age doesn't mean I have to have children at this point. Do you ever feel that pressure?
I'll be sincere with you. Pressure to get married and pressure to have babies. I feel like it's crazy. I don't know how I operate, but the only pressure that I feel is the pressure that I might put on myself.
Right, okay.
In that regard, because I'm very aware. Like, look, if you look back and just, let's say, monitor or just look at the way I live my life, you see that I'm not working on anybody's terms. Not one person's terms. Yeah. The only person putting pressure on me is me. And I actually would like to have babies, you know. So I wouldn't call it pressure, but the desire has a reason.
Right, okay.
I can feel the desire to want to have babies.
Yeah.
When it's going to happen, I don't know. Because I know this career is really up there on my priorities at the moment. I feel like it will happen when it needs to happen at the right time. You know? So till then, we're in the sack.
Till then, we're out here. Well, not you, because you can't be out here too much, but I'm out here.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Woman of Steel, and I saw that you said that it was this like body of work was about women being strong, but also women tapping into our sensitive side and the side that we're not allowed to kind of show we have to always be tough all the time. We're not allowed to be, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like vulnerable. We're not allowed to be that. I've got this thing that I don't like the term strong black woman. Why did you do your face like that?
I'm just smiling. I'd like to hear more.
Because I feel, and when I read what your explanation as to what Woman of Steel was to you, that's kind of what I got from it. I might be wrong. That, you know, we have to always have this tough exterior, but as women, we're not allowed to tap into the sensitive side, the vulnerable side, the side where we're soft, the side where we're allowed. And I honestly feel like the term strong black woman has done a number on us as women. And that's why we feel like we can't be vulnerable. And also why the world doesn't accept us, especially as black women, as vulnerable or sensitive, because we're forever shouting, I'm a strong black woman, I'm a strong black woman. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, and let's personalize it, because the women that I see are myself and you right now on this table. So you have an idea of what I mean when I say Woman of Steel. I want to know why, first of all, you don't want to be referred to as a strong black woman. Because
then I think when you cry, or when you are quote vulnerable, people call you weak. They see that as weak. And I think that no person should ever have to live every single day feeling like they have to be strong all the time, and not because they want to, but because of public perception. Because if I cry now, I'm this weak woman, I don't know how to handle my business. But a lot of us, we are like vulnerable, we are sometimes sad, we sometimes don't know what's going on, we don't want to be strong, we want to be looked after, and when you say looked after, it doesn't mean you want some man to come along and give you money and you don't have to ever work. It's about feeling protected or feeling like someone cares for you. Do you know, all these things? And I think that is what I mean by it. I'm a strong woman, but I don't want to be classed as a strong black woman because I don't think I get to be a flower. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get your opinion of that. But you see, woman of steel, emphasis on woman before steel. The feminine side of a woman, we have the ability to care, to love, to nurture. It comes naturally to us. It's part of our DNA. We can, with our eyes closed, we can take care of anybody pretty much.
Yeah.
We know what to do to get you from not being taken care of to being totally well cared. We're the best hosts anytime. So that's my definition of being a woman.
Okay.
Now, being a woman of steel, that in itself is actually, in my own words, you becoming your own superhero.
Okay.
You see, in my own eyes, the world is full of, good and bad and vices and challenges and victories and etc. And sometimes I find, I'm going to personalize this, I find myself in situations where, because of my status or who I am, I cannot exactly carry my problems to just anybody.
Right, okay.
To ask them, what do I do now? How do I take care of this problem? Because the minute I put it out there, most times they might decide to take it to the blog.
Right, okay, yeah.
Or they might decide to just start outrightly judging me there and then. What then do I do? Because I actually do have a problem. Eventually I realized there's so much I could do for myself. I started using the power of speech. If I were in a difficult situation, I will undo it by saying the positives. If I found myself in a place where things were not working right for me, I would say the opposite and I would believe it and I would go with it. I was wrapping myself in the emblem, in a positive vibe. That's what I was doing for myself, and that in its way became an armor for me.
Right.
And so I embodied the idea of being a woman of steel. Do I still cry or break down despite the fact that I'm wearing my armor? And armor is a very, very heavy accessory. It is very heavy. You will break down. Sometimes something can still get through because, the armor might just only cover from your neck down to maybe your thighs or something. Yeah. It might go through the arm, it might go through the neck or something, but life is a battlefield and we win sometimes, we lose. So as for me, I feel like every woman out there needs to become their superhero by wearing their shield of honor, their woman of. I have no problem being called a strong black woman.
Right. Okay.
I actually accept that. What I do not accept is to think that I'm going to cower.
Right, okay.
Because at this point in time where an obstacle is in front of me, I'm supposed to be like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? No, I don't want to be that woman. But if I do that, it doesn't take away the fact that I'm still a strong black woman. The black race, we've been through so much. If we see ourselves as strong people, every time there's a problem, that we can get through it, so be it. I feel like everybody can. If the word throws you off, it's good. It's the way it makes you feel. It's fine. But I feel like everybody has a kind of like interpretation of what the word. I'm okay with being a strong black woman. I walk in and I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm that strong black woman anytime, any day. I'm not any weakling. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I hear that. I still don't want to be called strong black woman because I just think, I feel like in my life it's done more disservice than it has good for me, that
So like
title.
you're in a situation where you need help and there's someone else of a different race right next to you, and then someone decides to give the person of a different race because they feel like you can stand the heat because you're viewed as a strong black woman.
Yeah, I think
That is a person's wickedness.
But I think that's because of the idea that's put out in the world of how we are. I think that's how people perceive us. And even though we are that, then they treat us different, and they don't feel like we need the empathy or the sympathy that others might get, or the understanding that others might get.
Do you also think maybe that they don't feel we need the sympathy because they're probably racist?
No, I don't. Not all the time. No. Sometimes, yeah, but
Or they don't regard your existence?
I don't, sometimes it could be, but then I also think it happens with our men as well, because we constantly refer to ourselves as strong black women. Sometimes our men then don't understand us when we are vulnerable, or when we are, when we are a little bit on the sensitive side, because we're constantly pushing this, we're strong, we're strong, we're strong, we're strong.
So you mean a man will see a woman who is probably vulnerable at some point in her emotions and would decide to look over that because you're a strong black woman?
Yeah, I think there was something where you said something about crying as well. Like, we should be able to cry. Yeah. We shouldn't be classed as over emotional. Yeah. And I think the reason why people think that is because of the perception of the strong black woman. So I feel like it's like a vicious cycle of basically, we can't cry because we're supposed to be this. Like, you never hear people telling white women that they shouldn't cry, or that they're weak, or like, do you get what I mean? That when they cry, that they're, oh, you're poor you, because that there's not that narrative that even though they are strong, but it's not a thing that you constantly hear of, strong black woman, strong black woman, strong black woman. And I think when you keep hearing something like that, it automatically is going to start desensitizing people.
Yeah.
But it was a nice.
There are many ways to look at it.
Yeah, definitely. So you've been here. Any collaborations you got coming up?
Of course.
What collaborations have you got with the UK people?
Imagine if I told you already.
Just give me like a couple, because you're not with someone in the UK, but you've got your collaboration with Cranium out, My Man, which is big up Cranium, Jamaica, we love it. What other collaborations have you got happening?
They can't tell yet.
What type of music? Like, is it like a bit of, you jumping on a drill track, you jumping on like a little rap thing, you jumping on like a little pop, like what, just a little something, go on.
I'm playing with almost everything right now, especially dancehall and Afrobeats, and I'm playing with a bit of, I wouldn't call it rap because I'm not a rapper. Right. But talk rapping, I have a few tracks with that. And
I think you should class yourself as a rapper, by the way, if you're talk rapping.
It's still...
Yeah, because I'm not being funny. Like, if City Girls are classed as rappers, then everyone else should be classed as rappers. Do you get what I mean? As in, they talk. They more or less are talking. Yeah. And if you, like, even sometimes Rihanna, she talk raps as well. True. Beyonce, she talk raps as well a lot. And I think that everyone, like, if you're a female artist and you're a singer, but why not call yourself a rapper?
Yeah, you're right.
You should.
You're right, actually.
Yeah, call yourself now. It should be Yemi/singer/rapper/everything, basically.
No lies.
You're basically just all-rounder.
No lies.
Back to what, sorry, I digress. So you said, you were just telling us who you're collaborating with.
Yes, I was telling you the kind of genres I was playing with, and I was telling you that I couldn't tell you.
And I just tried to slip in there just now, like, oh, you're telling us who you was, because hoping that you might forget.
I saw that. Yeah, okay. Put the words in my mouth.
So we just look out for it.
Look out for it.
So when you do the singles, are we going to get videos as well?
As always.
Okay, wicked.
Much.
So because I would love to see that, maybe with you and. I don't know. Who I'm trying to just sing.
I know. I'm holding back. I'm really holding back.
So are you here for long? Are you?
Well, I'm not here for long. I actually head to Amsterdam and then Paris and Atlanta, Sierra Leone, and blah blah blah. Wow. I'd like to say I can't wait, but I can't wait. It's a lot of work ahead of me.
You'll be back to being the horse, right? That you said that you
Yeah,
first
so a
earlier.
Nigerian horse.
Yeah, that's what it's that.
Courtesy of my PR.
PR sitting in the corner. We're looking at her right now. We're looking at. Have you got any questions for me? Anything you want to ask me? The same that we have to. That was quick. It went so quick.
Okay.
Anything you can ask me anything. If you don't, you don't. But I always ask my guests if they've got any questions for me.
It's the first time that my interviewer would ask me to ask her a question, and I like that. And I don't want it to just go like that. I'd like to ask her a good question, a nice question.
It can be hard. It can be anything you want to know about me. Because
Do you have plans of coming to Nigeria anytime?
oh my gosh, I was talking to someone about this the other day. So I've been to Ghana. I went to Ghana for Christmas, and I totally want to come to Nigeria.
How long were you in Ghana?
I was there for 10 days.
How was that?
Loved it.
Of course.
I absolutely loved it. And I want to come to Nigeria. That's something that I want to do 110%.
When are you looking at? End of the year? When?
Probably maybe the beginning of next year, because I probably go to, what I might do, is do Ghana, like I definitely want to go back to Ghana for Christmas.
Yes.
And then I think I want to maybe come over for maybe like a week. I can fly over for like a week or so.
Just
I
get
would
all your
love to
club
do that.
outfits, because there's going to be party, and suya. Party,
I just bought some suya over there the other. I bought some. I like suya.
Yeah.
I like amala.
Do you like what?
Yeah, I like amala.
How did you
So
encounter amala?
I have it with what's it called? Abula.
Christ, well, you're gone. You're gone.
So I have abula, and when I
You even know what to order when you go there.
yeah,
Abula,
I have abula, and then
yeah.
I have it with the meat. And then when I get my pounded yam though,
Yes.
I do a pounded yam, but I do it with, this might sound a bit weird, but I like it. Egusi, red stew, and okra mixed together. And
You're a
then
village woman. You're a village woman. It's the villagers that do that. That mix right there is the look. And then if you take that mix, let's say you cooked the food today.
yeah.
And then you take that mix and warm it the next day. It bangs.
No, I know.
different,
Listen,
man.
because where I get it from, I go to this place. I always
Yeah,
shout at her. If
yeah.
you got, next time you come to London, you have to go to Banky's Kitchen in
Okay.
Dalston. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out the other day, Auntie. She gave me free food because
Nice.
she said she saw that I keep saying, and I went in. Then I was like, her face lit up when she saw me. And
Aw.
you know, like in the Caribbean, I know because I'm Caribbean. Sometimes they have to know you, and then they be really nice to you. So I'll go in there and I'll say hi, Auntie, and whatever. So I went in there the other day, and she had this big grin on her face, and I was like, oh hi. And she's like, I haven't seen you for so long, and I was just like, I know, I haven't been here for ages. And she's like, I was like, Auntie, you know, every time I have like any sort of like Nigerian artists on my show, I always tell them about Banky's Kitchen. She's like, I know. My granddaughter, she showed me, and I was just like, I felt so happy. Like I felt really happy, and like it was really. Because I've been going there for like 10 years.
No.
I've been going
Wait.
there. I've been going there for
You've been eating
years.
Nigerian food for 10 years?
Yeah, for I'm telling you, because I grew
That
up,
is
that's what
why.
I'm saying, I've grown up around like Nigerian culture. So then when I went to pay for, I think I got pounded yam that day. So I went to pay, and she said, no, today you don't pay. And I said,
Oh, that's lovely. Your
made
family
it.
now.
I know,
Like,
basically.
it took you 10 years.
I know,
you're
but
family
basically
now.
I'm in there.
Yeah.
I'm in there.
And on the flip side, for me, on my rider, my hospitality rider, I have oxtails there on my
see?
Yes, I do. And then anytime I'm in London, like every weekend, my team orders seafood boil for me. Look. And this one is prepared by a Caribbean, like someone from the place.
Is it good?
The real good, juicy, everything.
Do you have to put the gloves on? Do you
I
put
don't
the
have time for that.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have no
Yeah, but
time
look at
for
your
that.
nails though.
Well, I know, but thank God they're a different type. They're not like the nude.
You
the
when
nude
they do
one.
it and then all the oil goes on it.
I wash immediately after. So.
But that's
think
what I'm
I'm
saying. When I've got
fine.
the long nails and I have to use a spoon, and people looking at me like, spoon.
For the entire process, you're using a spoon?
Yeah, because my nails. Think about the stew
Yeah,
on
no.
it. It's
Most
just.
times I'm too hungry to think.
I get what you mean. No, you have to go to Banky's Kitchen. The best. Yes.
Okay.
So,
I'll try the abula.
Abula. It's so good. I love it.
Yum.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
like spice? You like pepper? Do you like when your food is hot?
Not too hot, but I do like a bit of a kick.
Scale of 1 to 10, what would it be?
I want to say about a 7.
Oh, you're good.
Not too. I don't want it to be. You know, like sometimes something is so hot, all you can taste is pepper.
Yeah, no, that's different.
We don't need that in
That's
our lives.
different.
No. I just like to just have a little bit. So it's a bit of a kick. So you're just like, sip, and then
That means you're fine.
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
You're fine.
Yeah.
Same here. That's where I like my
okay,
pepper
cool,
as well.
wicked. But thank you. I've really enjoyed talking to you and getting to know you a little bit better. And hopefully, people have found out some new things about you that they might have never have known. I didn't get the drop on who the collabs are, guys. I
Yeah.
tried a lot. I guess I just have to wait when everyone else finds out.
Yes,
Unfortunately. But thank you. Tell the people where they can find you, where they can listen to all your music, all that
Yeah.
good stuff.
Okay, so guys, you can find me on Instagram. My name is Yemi Alade. It's one word. There's no space in between. On Twitter, it's the same thing, Yemi Alade, but it has an extra E at the end, so it's like Yemi Alade. On TikTok, it is Yemi Alade Official.
How are you finding TikTok?
TikTok, it's where I go to have fun sometimes, yeah. And I find like the weirdest videos there. So I like TikTok.
Right, okay.
I do like TikTok.
I'm trying to figure out TikTok still.
Just whenever when you find something that you like, that you want to do, also like use 3 hashtags only.
Okay.
That relate to the actual post.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so it's something with your dog Dave.
Right,
You know,
okay.
it could be like a dog owner, pet love,
Okay,
you know, things
right,
that
right,
actually
okay.
you have to do.
Okay, I'll remember that. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Guys, you know what to do. Like, subscribe. We out.
Okay.